Hello again. Today I'm making low-fat spaghetti bolognese. For that, I have stated the ingredients here. I will also be giving it to you in the description box. To that, firstly, I'm sauteing the sliced mushrooms in a pan, in a dry pan. I haven't added any oil to it because I feel that the moisture the mushrooms are going to release is sufficient to saute without any oil. But if you would like to add, you can use a bit of olive oil. It will give a little bit more flavor. But I feel that not adding the oil is not going to change the taste too much. Or I don't feel any difference at all, to be honest. So once they are sauteed and of this color, I'm going to transfer the mix into a bowl, and then I'm going to saute the rest of the ingredients. But for this, I will be adding a little bit of olive oil, about a teaspoon of it. I'll be adding that now. There you go, not much. And this is all the oil I'll be needing to make this bolognese sauce. For that, I've added about 8 to 10 chopped garlic. I've crushed it and then chopped it. I feel that crushing it prior to chopping releases more flavor. The garlic releases more flavor to the curry or to the sauce. For that, I'm also adding the large chopped onion, and I'm going to add a bit of salt to the mix to help with the sauteing process. I feel that when you add the salt, it gives a bit of moisture, and that helps with sauteing when you're using less oil. And I've mentioned this before as well in one of my videos, but if you're watching it for the first time, I thought I will mention it again. To the sauteing mix, I've also added one large diced carrots. So I'm going to continue sauteing till they are reduced in volume and caramelized, sort of slightly caramelized, not very much. And to that, I'm going to now add half a teaspoon of chilli flakes. You can add extra, or if you like it more hotter or less. And I've also added a teaspoon of dry basil. I didn't have fresh ones handy today. If you have handy, you can use a handful of it chopped at this stage. To the mix now, I've added a can of chopped tomatoes. I think it's about 400 ml, not sure, or grams of chopped tomatoes, and a can of it. And I'm also going to add a half a bottle of red wine. I feel that while using red wine gives a nice tangy flavor to the mix. But if you don't like using wine, you can add beef stock or vegetable stock according to your taste. If you are using stock, probably it's a good idea to add a little bit of vinegar to give the similar texture or the flavor of wine. To the mix, I'm also adding a tablespoon of tomato paste, and I'm mixing it all well. And then I'm going to let it simmer covered with a lid for about an hour and a half or so in medium heat or medium to low heat, and probably I would say low. And I'm going to once they are like sizzling hot, just going to mix it one time, and I'm going to be adding my meat at this stage, like the meatballs. Today I bought these meatballs from Marks and Spencer, which are less than 3% fat, mini meatballs. There is a 24 in a pack. I think it's about 240 grams of it. Normally I make this. I buy the mince, and then I make the mix, and I just put my marinade and all. But this time I like the ones from Marks and Spencer's as well, so I've had it handy. But then again, the sauteing as well, I did it yesterday, thinking I was planning on making the sauce yesterday, but something urgent came up, so I have to give it up in the middle. So that's the reason I haven't showed you the sauteing of the meatballs in the beginning. Normally I would have done that in the first stage, and I've kept it aside before the mushrooms. So once I've added the meatballs, I'm going to again cover it with a lid, and I'm going to let it simmer for an hour or so in low flame, so that all the meatball incorporates all the flavors from the sauce and it's all, mixed together well. But the meatball will still hold its shape. So I'm just going to stir it one time well, and then I'm going to add the mushrooms now, and I'm going to mix it all well together, and I'm going to leave it to rest until I always make sure that I make the sauce at least an hour or so before. Sometimes I make it in the morning and I leave it for the evening to have. But normally, if I'm making for 4 people or so, my whole process takes about 4 to 5 hours. And this is it, my meatballs I served it with whole wheat spaghetti, and I've just added a bit of Parmesan to it. So please try my recipe and hope you like it, and have a good day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.